Let's conclude this week with a reflection on this idea of what Jesus is saying to the church at Sardis: be watchful. A lot of our translations say wake up, but the word Gregorio really has to do with this idea of a soldier on a wall being watchful for any approaches of the enemy or anything of that sort. And the church there had not been watchful. So, what would it be like if you and I were watchful? What are we watching for? What are we trying to be discerning about? Let me just throw some ideas out here for you. One, I think that we need to be watchful for what we take in, the kinds of images and the kinds of things that we take into our lives that are not helpful for us, that are actually creating decay over time. Remember, we used the analogy of the Trojan horse, that you and I, with images from the TV, images from the news, and different things that we take in, even pornography, we take these things in and we're not watchful. We're careless. We just go ahead and accept things. We accept language. We accept all kinds of stuff among us, in our families, in our houses, that are not good for us. I remember when the kids were, at one point in time, I came in and they were watching Grey's Anatomy, and I was really disturbed by some of the images that I was seeing. And this was when the kids were much younger. And I basically, when they got done, I said, hey, not on my watch, not in our house. That's not a show we're going to be watching here. I don't like the smut. Well, Dad, it's not, it's not all that. I'm not going to be dissuaded. I don't want that kind of stuff in our house. I don't want that kind of stuff in our minds. And at some point in time, we've got to make a decision. What kinds of stuff are we going to filtrate through our minds, and what kinds of stuff are we going to let in? What kinds of stuff are we not? That's part of what being watchful means. It means that we don't flirt with images and things that will hurt us eventually. It might also mean in your neighborhood or in your work or in your school that you don't flirt with the opposite sex, that you are careful, that you're watchful, that you realize that the enemy wants to have you for lunch, and he's not actually going to. He's playing hardball. Even if you are trying to play with a Nerf ball, he's playing hardball with you because he wants to take you down. And the call is be watchful.